Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed, baby. Now, Taz, who I call Taz, and the reason for you don't know, you remember Tasmanian Devil for the older people who got, when he comes around, all the animals scatter. That's what happened to Taz, and that would be Guillermo Rigondeaux. They call him El Chacal. Guillermo Rigondeaux, right? And he's about 42 years old now. I think shoot, his record. I didn't even look at it again, but it's like 20-2, right? With about 14 KOs or something like that. And actually, this guy should have been number one pound for pound when he beat Nonito Donaire back in the day, about 2013, when Nonito Donaire was Nonito Donaire. Matter of fact, Nonito Donaire was number 3 pound for pound, and he beat the hell out of Donaire, right? And but what happened to him when he beat him? To make it short, they kind of blackballed him because he was too good and start calling him boring and stuff like that. Because he hits and don't get hit. And I'll give you a better example. The guy was 39 years old when he fought Casimero, right? Casimero was the champion, I think, at 118, right? Now, he schooled Casimero. With 39 years old, Casimero couldn't hit him. I don't think Casimero hit him but once or twice in the whole fight. Just watch it yourself, right? He was hitting Casimero, but he wasn't getting hit back. And he was able to maneuver and not get hit back. At 39, what they did, they called it running, right? We called it running instead of, wow, this 39-year-old guy has awesome defense. We should be for him. How is he 39 and not getting hit by Casimero, whatever his age was, but it wasn't no damn 39, right? Probably wasn't even 29. So that's what happened to him, got blackballed. And then after that, he lost the fight after that, right? Which I never watched because I knew something was wrong with him mentally. I knew after a fight like that, when you school somebody, right, the champion, school him, right, and you get a loss, then you're probably going to go into the fight and you're going to try to do something silly for these people who are out there just going to fights to see a black person get his face bashed in. And what we do is you cater to that, right? Because listen, if it was so important, Casimiro got the fight because he was coming forward. But listen, Deontay Wilder didn't get the fight because he was coming forward against Tyson Fury in the first fight, and Tyson Fury was 50 pounds heavier than him. And he was doing the maneuvering. But we see the skills then, right? A guy 50, a big galoop, trying to outmaneuver Deontay Wilder, who was coming forward, real skinny, with 212 pounds, coming forward, and knocked him down in 2 separate rounds. And all he got was a draw. So I don't want to hear the coming forward and ring generalship when you come forward, right? Casimero gets a fight that he lost and got schooled. Deontay Wilder got a draw against a guy, they weren't the same size, because they were at 122, Casimero and Rigondeaux. Deontay Wilder was a heavyweight, and Tyson Fury was 270, and he was 212. So, it's just, hey, bro, it's just ridiculous. So I don't play, and I'm not going to sit here and act like it is what it is. I'm not going to act like this is not something that what I call BTBG, and that's beat the black guy. So this guy is the original Negro League fighter, Tasmanian Devil. So he comes back after having a bad with a pressure cooker, a bad accident with a pressure cooker and it got in his eye. And, I thought he was going to retire, and he probably should have because they just won't give him, the credit. But he comes back and he knocks a guy out, Martinez, within 1 round. And he wants to come forward in his next fights, and I don't think he should because he's 42 years old. He's going to come forward against fighters, and that's not what he does. What he does is he hits you, and you don't hit him back. And I think it's wonderful to watch, right? But, just because people are calling it boring, it's the same type of people. It's probably them that came to the Congress with Confederate flags. Who cares what their opinion is about you, especially if you're of color? I mean, why do people even care about that? That's scum. They're not gonna ever give you credit. That's so ignore that. But okay, we don't. So that's why. So he's back, and I'm just saying this. Well, this probably is a good time for Nonito Donaire and Rigondeaux to readdress their fight. That would be a big fight. I mean, people would probably think Rigondeaux would get him right about now, right? No, they think the Donaire would probably get Rigondeaux right now because Rigondeaux's probably slowed down enough for Donaire's left hook to catch him, right? So it would probably be a good fight. It'll be a rematch, and I think that's a good thing. And I think that, Rigondeaux coming back, okay, I didn't say it's a good thing, but he's back. Let's see if he can get a couple of fights and get up out of here before something happens to him. I don't want the man to get hurt, but he is an awesome fighter. I hope that you guys will go and check him out. If you don't know Guillermo Rigondeaux, he's really a good fighter. And go watch his fights, and so you can see. And his amateur career is pretty damn near so decorated as Lomachenko's, because he's a two-time gold medalist as well. But they don't mention that so much. So yeah, he's a Negro League fighter, and what do we call Negro League fighters? Fighters that are obviously awesome, that don't get the credit that they deserve, and they help other fighters in the same divisions avoid them, right? And so that's what he is, and he's just one of them. So congratulations to him for coming back and knocking the guy out in one round. Let's hope he gets a high-profile fight in the next fight or two here, and it stays busy, and then gets up out of here, right? Because everybody's just coming to see him gets flatlined by somebody probably bigger than him. You know what I mean? So that's it, y'all. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.